Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for this week's question and answer video. My name is David. This channel is DeMars Coaching. I make question and answer videos every single Monday. I'm answering people's questions from last Monday. You guys have any questions at all, please go down below in the comment section, ask me anything you want, and I'll answer them in the next video next Monday. It's spring for the northern hemisphere, and I hope you guys are excited that you're having better weather, or better weather is right around the corner. Make plans. What do you want to do? I recommend something every single week, and a lot of times it's according to your guys' questions. And this week I want to recommend to stop isolating and to start socializing. When you're ready, it's up to you, and you have to want to. I have made many recommendations on how to do this. A lot of these Q&A videos is devoted to that. More than welcome to go back and look at all the recommendations I've made. I've been doing this video, I think I've been doing this Q&A video for 5-6 years. So there's a lot. I do this every Monday. I've missed one or two. So there's a lot of recommendations, a lot of stuff to help you guys socialize and get out. It's extremely common after being abused, after being traumatized, after having neglectful, abusive relationships, to isolate. We lose who we are. Okay, we compromise who we are, we sacrifice, we lose and forget who we are, and our brains take over. That's what's going on. Our brains take over, and your brain cares only about survival and to stay safe. You can't stay safe, for one. It's real hard to just live your whole life and stay totally safe the whole time. And you're not living. There's no point in just staying alive, is there? That's it, just staying safe. So, of all the recommendations I've made, I'm going to read somebody else's recommendations this time. Maybe it's something different. From Healthline. Healthline.com gives 10 reasons, or 10 ways to become more social. Number one, they say, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. They say, you don't have to hit the club every night or accept all those Facebook event invites. More than anything, you're under no obligation to fulfill other people's expectations, and this includes how you spend your time. So if you want to be more social, why? Know why. Number two, start up a conversation. Talk to people. Be outgoing. Doesn't matter what you talk about. Small talk is fine. And this will stimulate. I'm telling you, the more you isolate, the more you want to. The more you're comfortable doing it, the more you think it's okay, the more your brain is satisfied. And we're not here to satisfy our brain. We're here to satisfy our lives. Us, who we are. By stimulating and talking to people, eye contact, and I don't know how much more they're going to get into, but eye contact, touching people, talking to people, listening really well, starting conversations, getting to see the same people at the same places. I recommend this all the time. Instead of going grocery shopping once a week, every 2 weeks, every month, go every day and get what you need for that meal, and go to the same cashier and get to know them. Hi, John. My name's David. Good to see you again, John. How are the kids, John? How's work, John? Oh, that sucks. And this helps us. The more we do this, the more we want to, because it's natural. It's what we really need. We are social creatures. We're not here to isolate from other people, and we're not here just to stay safe. That's this thing. And once this thing takes over, we're screwed. I'm telling you. Because a lot of people have regrets, and I'm telling you, regrets, what we've done, we can't take back. But regrets of not doing anything with our life is real sad. I've seen a lot of people end, when their life's over, and they look back and like, I didn't do anything I wanted to do, really. It's like, I'm sorry. Be a good listener. It's number 3 is what they recommend. Talking to people, the best talker, the best communicator is the best listener. And you'll get to know people. You'll hear things about people that you didn't know. Number 4, give compliments freely. Why not? You're great, you're beautiful, you're pretty, you're so nice. Why not? Why not? Number 5, get involved. It says, if you're ready to take a bigger step toward putting yourself out there, consider finding a hobby that is social, such as volunteering at a nonprofit. Just get yourself out there. It doesn't matter what we do. We tend to be hard on ourselves. We tend to get social anxiety, and we think that we can't join some type of social group, that nobody really likes this, that people will judge us, that it's not going to be any fun. We don't know until we try it and give ourselves a chance. Okay? Participating in activities alleviate feelings of inadequacy. It's an emotional need. We need to be part of social groups, be members that are needed. Number 6, host a monthly brunch. Have a weekly dinner. Have people over your house. Get your house ready first. Get it ready for people to come over. If you have a nice backyard, have people in your backyard. A pool, a hot tub, barbecue, it's that time of year. Have your neighbors over. Have a garage sale. See if your neighbors want to join in having sales too. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. It's just being around people and talking to people. You'll want to do this if you do it more. Number 7, pick up the phone and make a date. Invite people out. Don't wait for people to come knock on your door. Number 8, chat with strangers. Hi, good to see you. Good afternoon. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Even if they don't reply. I know the hi, the how are you is just a hi. You don't nearly need to tell them everything that's going on with you. But look at people's eyes, say hi, give them a compliment, touch them, hug them, say you love people that you love, give people gifts. It's a real chemical process that happens. Number 9, sign up for a class. Learn something. Exercise. A language. Number 10, recognize when you might need help. Number 1 reason we isolate is we're depressed. Isolation will not make it better. Matter of fact, it will only make it worse. Social anxiety will get worse the less social we are. If we have c-ptsd, PTSD, social anxiety, anxiety disorders, depression disorders, stuff like this, we need to get this fixed. And it's not scary. We just talk therapy, guys. That's it. You don't have to take drugs, probably. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't have to tell people anything you don't want to tell them, but just talking is what makes us better. People made us feel this way, and people will get us out of it, okay? I'll put this in the description box if you guys are interested and you want to read. There's a lot of reading to each one. I don't have the time to take to read it. I just thought it'd be good to tell you guys somebody else's opinion instead of my own this time. All right, let's get into the questions. First one is from Tara from Montana. Hi, Tara. David, I was afraid to talk to any guys in person after your ex. I isolated myself for a long time. I wouldn't make eye contact with any guys who were noticing me. I would look the other way. Then I started by talking to a guy at the local grocery store, deli. He was so sweet, always had a smile for me and wanted to know what was going on with me. He really helped me and he didn't even know it. I talk to people everywhere I go now. When I feel comfortable doing so, life is not the way it was, that's for sure. I want to thank you for your feedback about my mother in the last Q&A video. It really helps to know I'm not imagining things about her. Thanks, David. You're great. Thank you, Tara. You're great too. Great. I didn't mean to put this one first after my recommendation, and there's more. That's why I recommended being more social, talking to people. Look, Tara, just talking to the guy at the deli kind of broke her out of social isolation, it looks like a little bit. Thank you for sharing that, Tara. Rory from Ohio. Hi, Rory. David, thank you, David, for talking about courage. I never thought about attaching it to encouragement. I thought somewhere along the way I learned to encourage myself to do some things, especially new things. Take care, David. Thank you. So, for most of us, our parents didn't encourage us to try at things, giving us courage. And they have to, right? We want our children to try at things, and we want them to fail and make mistakes now and know that it's okay and love them unconditionally. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. You tried. Yeah, you tried. Everyone gets a ribbon. Everyone gets a trophy, right, kids? For trying, for having the courage to try, and by encouraging them throughout their life, by giving a child every single thing they need. Eventually that child wants to be independent. And they want to start doing things for themselves, and that's how it naturally happens. And they start giving themselves courage to try things, which means they love themselves unconditionally, and it's okay if I fail. Doesn't matter. Imagine if you could not fail. Imagine if your parents would not love you when you fail. How hard it would be to try something that I might fail. And the difference is that it's okay to fail. See that? It's okay. That's unconditional love. And if our parents didn't give it to us, we don't do it ourselves. And Rory's doing it herself now, and it's beautiful to see. Thanks, Rory. Victoria from the Bay Area. Hi, Victoria. I've been working with my therapist for over a year, and I've been on this channel for over 3 years. The one thing I've noticed is I'm starting to pick out healthy friends. I can't begin to tell you how toxic my friends were when I was with my ex-narcissist. That's awesome, Victoria. Thanks for sharing that. To encourage other people that it does get better in our lives. Don't stay like this forever. If you've had abusive relationships afterwards, evaluate the other relationships you have in your life, your past relationships, your current relationships, and start planning for future ones, okay? If we've been abused, if we had long-term abusive relationships, most likely our friends may not be that healthy, okay? They may be extremely codependent. They might have personality disorders. They may have been abusing us too, exploiting us, taking advantage of us, not caring who we are. They're just acquaintances. And we don't need acquaintances in our life. We need friends. We need lovers. We need family. Awesome, Victoria. Thanks for sharing that. And Rory, again, the best way to find out you can trust someone is to trust them. Ernest Hemingway. If this is the one you were quoting. Yes, it was. I just couldn't remember. It was Ernest Hemingway. Thank you for telling me. The best way to trust someone. Sorry, I'll say the quote right. The best way to find out you can trust someone is to trust them. The reasons we get too afraid is because of our experiences were too hard to handle. We weren't emotionally strong enough, and we didn't have support. You will get hurt again in your life, guys, especially trying to have friendships and relationships again. But I am here to tell you that when you do not have relationships with toxic people, it doesn't hurt as bad. They're not abusing you. As we become more emotionally mature, things like this don't hurt as much. We aren't scared as much. We're okay. Sally. Don't know where you're from, Sally. I can't remember. Just tell us where you guys' locations are if you can. There are few I trust. Seems as soon as I let my guard down, the trust is broken. I have isolated. I like it. I'm safe, happy, and content. I have my husband and lots of acquaintances and hobbies. Too many have been in my life. Well, I can only agree with you. Maybe too many have been in your life, Sally, but acquaintances are nobody. Make that clear. Acquaintances are no one. They're not your friends. They're not there to support you. They're not there to be for you. They're there to maybe every once in a while have a good time together. Is your husband perfectly happy with this? Does your husband not have any friends? Does your husband not do anything with anybody else but you? And is your husband okay with that? Sally, you may be staying safer and you may be happy. You know, happiness comes and goes. You may have happy times at home with pets or whatever you're doing or with your husband, but there's more to life, Sally. There's more to life, and you and your husband are cheating yourselves by isolating together and not hanging out with people. And I'm just assuming that's what you're saying. It was a short statement, but it sounds like you're saying I've isolated, I'm good with it, just with my husband is all I need, and it's not true. It's not. If I went and stuck you on a deserted island, the two of you together, eventually you'd want off that island and you'd want some stimulation with other people. This thing's taken over, and safe is not a way to live. You like it because you've done it for so long. Just like if you were very social, you would prefer to be very social. If you start being more social again, you will prefer to be more social again. You don't have to, Sally. We don't have to do much in our lives at all. But, you know, if you find that your life is losing a little meaning, a little purpose, you feel like it's sailing by you, there may be some more that you can do. There is more you can do. Okay? Thanks, Sally. And Tara, again. Hi, Tara. I think you would be a perfect life coach one-on-one for Emily. You do a really good job coaching Emily in the comments and in these Q&A videos. Thank you. I've had to look at my spending habits to cut down on what I don't need. So there's more. So you have more for necessities. Yes, storage is ridiculous. I know someone who has wasted $25 a month. Yeah, try $100, $200 a month. Since August 2020, this person's paying 3 years for a storage. For stuff she doesn't even need to keep. I know someone that has a storage unit. It's so full that he buys the stuff he knows he has in the storage unit. He knows he has it. It's a friend of mine. It's okay. He's okay with this. Has a storage unit. It's so full of stuff that he will go buy things he knows he already has in the storage unit because the storage unit is so full, it's so hard, I'll never find it. And goes and buys stuff he owns already. and pays to store the things that he's buying, that he already has, the new things he's buying, he already owns, old ones, and he's paying to store those. And it's too much. Can he get in there? Can he find anything? I feel like, we talk about stuff weighing us down. I say it's like a root. We can't, I can't leave. I can't go. I got to take care of this stuff. I got to work hard for this stuff. It's holding me down. Yeah, but I need it. I want it. It's like just lay down and have all your stuff just laid on top of you. All your clothes, all your furniture. Are you suffocating yet? Can you use it all? Are you using it all? Are you using all at once? Well, this little thing here I might use again in 2 years now. I could go on and on and on about this rant. That's $800 that could be going into an interest-bearing savings account, but toxic people who are bad with money don't care what they do with money. Only what you do with it or don't do. That they will have an issue with you if you want to be careful with your spending, or if you have an extra yourself beyond necessities. She's going on a rant too. Ridiculous. It is ridiculous, Tara. And people, anyone out there with lots of stuff and storage units and more than one car and things like this, it's just holding you back, I promise. Rory again. Hi, Rory. I think I touched on this one in my comments. Anger and narcissistic rage. At times it seemed like he could control his rage. Like if he threw something of his, he would throw it towards the couch or bed so it more than likely wouldn't break. Most of the time he'd act out my family get-togethers, but not his side of the family. It just seemed like he had more control than one would think, but it was also unpredictable and sporadic. This always confused me. Could you talk about this rage? Thanks, David. I hope you're having better luck with your computer. Enjoy the... Yes, I am having better luck with my computer. Thank you. It's fixed. Okay, so rage is anger. Rage is anger. It's an adult temper tantrum. So when kids don't get their way or they want attention, they fall to the floor and they kick in circles. And sometimes there are adults that do that too. The problem is it wasn't stopped. If you don't stop temper tantrums by 4 or 5, you're going to have a hell of a time with that child. And if you don't stop it by 7 or 8, they will continue to have that behavior for the rest of their life. It's acting out. Acting out is totally different than expressing my emotions. Okay? If I'm frustrated and angry, I can go to you and say, hey, I'm frustrated and angry. This isn't right. Or I can fall on the floor and kick in circles until you freak out and go, what's wrong? What? And I'm acting out my rage. I'm acting out my anger. The problem with this is your husband was never taught to stop, was taught that it's appropriate, that it's okay. Mom let him know it's okay. And he does it around people that say it's okay. So he doesn't do it around his family. He does it around your family. He doesn't do it around his boss. He does it around you. His boss doesn't think it's okay. His family doesn't allow it. Your family allows it and you allow it. That's why. That's the only reason why. People's behaviors are tolerated. That's why they do it. Okay? I'm sorry. That's why it was tolerated. You allowed it. Now, you're talking about these control things that he has during his rage where instead of throwing it across the room into the wall, he throws it into the bed. Well, my God, the 50, 60-year-old learned a little bit that when he throws it across the room, it's now destroyed. So the behavior's okay, and he's releasing and acting out his anger, and you're accepting it. That's emotional dependency. So he likes that you accept it. He likes that somebody accepts him when he feels like this. The other thing is he gets a high from it. A lot of people that exhibit behaviors like this often get a rush from their own anger and rage. So it's how he learned to deal with his emotions, such as anger, frustration. And he's learned that it's okay. But he's learned that not everybody believes it's okay. It's only okay around certain people that tolerate it. He's also learned that when he destroys all his stuff, he doesn't have anything anymore the next day. So he's somewhat been able to control that part of his rage. Emotional idiot, emotional child, and dangerous. I'm sorry you had to live with that, Rory. And Sally again. Sally. Hi, Sally. How does high school bullying affect a person in later years? I feel like I continue to have to deal with it throughout my life. Is it a lack of boundaries? I'm sorry, Sally. Yeah, that's a lot to do with it. So, children that are bullied in school are being neglected and abused at home. They're taught that it's okay to feel this way. They already feel that way. It's okay that people violate them and violate their boundaries. Bullies have not developed empathy yet, and they don't do well with anyone that's slightly different than them at all. They're the most immature, lowest emotional development, can't accept things about themselves that they don't like. And if they see that in other children, which we do, then they can't accept other children. So it's a psychological thing going on with the bullier. But most kids that are bullied are neglected and abused at home. They're not taught to protect themselves. They're taught that this feeling's okay. It's okay to treat me like this. I agree with you. I hate myself too. I feel like this. I feel like that. And, you know, I'll tell you this, my children, I don't have children, but and it's really easy to be an armchair parent, but I guarantee you I would not allow my children to be bullied. I don't even let people take my dogs for walks, really. I'm very overprotective in that way. And my children will not be bullied. I don't care if I have to take them out of school. I don't have to, if I have to go to school with them. It's the school's problem and they don't deal with it. So here I am to deal with it, period. And a child like that probably won't be bullied in the first place. That's loved. That knows who they are a little bit. Some confidence, you know. Hey, no, that's not true what you're saying about me. This is the first time I've ever heard this. It's like petting a cat, right? You pet a cat from head to tail and it's all good. But if you go the opposite way, rah, freaks out. Yeah, a bully is just doing what you're used to, isn't it? See that? You go do it to another kid and they freak out. They'll protect themselves, run away, tell their parents, tell the teachers. We don't. We don't. Our parents are asleep, drunk, fighting, don't care, shut up, get over it. Really sad. So how does it affect a person in later years? The same way emotional neglect and abuse is affecting the child anyways, because what's worse is what you're getting at home. And it may not seem like it, your memory of it, you say, no, it was really bad, the bullying was really bad, and I understand that. But what's really worse is neglect and abuse from our loved ones, from our parents. That's what's really messing us up. And so this is just compounding. We grow up with self-doubt, low self-worth, low confidence, low self-esteem, no boundaries. It all goes hand in hand. The same damage that's going to be caused by your parents neglecting and abusing you, it's just the same from being bullied. Your self-esteem really goes down because you're now comparing yourself to other children and you're saying the bullies are up top and everybody else that they don't pick on is above me and now I'm the worst person, and that's just the lowest form of self-esteem you can have. Without self-esteem, we don't believe, we can do anything. We don't believe we're good enough to get what we need, all kinds of stuff. So it would be the same as the neglect and the abuse that you are experiencing at home. And anybody that tells me, oh, I was bullied my whole school year, but I never was abused or neglected at home. Yeah, I'll challenge you on that one and I'll show you how you have been. Because the fact that you're being bullied throughout school and your parents don't stop it or you don't go tell them says everything. Connie from North Carolina. Hi, Connie. Hi, David from North Carolina. Thank you for these videos. You're welcome, Connie. Thank you for your comment. And Tara from Illinois. Going no contact with family is hard. Oh boy, is it hard. Oh, it's so difficult. I did it at a very young age without understanding exactly what I'm doing or why. I just knew I had to. And I didn't have the confidence. And I thought my parents and my family just hated me. Well, they did. But I didn't. I thought I was just bad kid and selfish for doing this. And that's what they told me. I was selfish. And it's extremely hard, very difficult, Tara, and I just highly recommend anybody going no contact with people, especially your family. Don't do this alone. You need some support, okay? And if you're going to go no contact, go no contact. Don't look at stuff they're saying and reading and stuff they're saying and listen to other people telling you stuff about them and about you and checking on their social media and all this stuff. You don't want to see it. If they're toxic and it's not going to be nice. Good luck, Tara. I'm sorry. Emily from South Africa. Hi, Emily. I don't understand my emotions. Sometimes it feels like I'm going crazy. One moment I'm happy, then all of a sudden I'm extremely angry. It feels random, and that feels very unstable. I'm so sorry, Emily. It must be awful. You're not alone. There's a lot of other people that feel this way too. Why don't you devote some time right now to learning what emotions and feelings are, learning how to express emotions in healthy ways, learning what emotions are and where they are in your body, and then what they're called, the feelings, learning how to express them, okay? And learning why you have these emotions. What is the source of these emotions? They might be from a long time ago. We need to talk about this so we feel better about our past. So, Emily, talk therapy would be huge for you, and I know you've gotten some. And start learning and understanding what your emotions are, what your body's doing, why it's doing this, and how we express them in healthy ways. Good way to start. Some people start with emotional charts. I've made videos about this stuff before. And keep asking questions, Emily. You're okay. It just feels bad. You're emotionally unstable, and you're getting lots of different emotions, probably from your past experiences, memories, and stuff like this, and we don't understand what they are or why we have them. So start talking. Start talking to someone, okay? This gets better. I promise, Emily. This is a childhood of neglect and abuse, and you're young still, so you're reacting to all this stuff still, and you will calm down, I promise. But start learning about that stuff. It could really, really help you. Read a book about it. Salema from France. Hi, Salema. You trained 2 Rottweiler dogs? Wow, I'm impressed. Were you sometimes afraid of their behavior, that they might bite your hand off or jump on your stomach, tear it off, and run away, holding your bowels in their teeth? These are the snare that run in my head. So, dogs are dogs, and dogs respond to how they're raised. And dogs get a lot of bad names, like pit bulls and Rottweilers and German Shepherds and all these different dogs. And it's just not fair. It's not fair. Dogs are a product of their environment. There might be some genetic things going on in some dogs. I get it. But Rottweilers got a horrible name long time ago. And they're just some of the most smartest, most beautiful dogs. They're called gentle giants. They have the intelligence, I think, of a 7 or 8-year-old human. I mean, I'm telling you, my Rottweilers, my dogs, and my Chihuahua. Okay, from my little Chihuahua to my big Rottweilers, and I've had Labradors too. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. They have an emotional range like humans. They express it. They have needs and wants. They get embarrassed. They get their feelings hurt. All of it. All of it. And we're just not seeing it because they're used to communicating differently. That's all. And I'll tell you, you asked me if this training helped my journey, and no, but the dogs sure did. I've had a very lonely life. I didn't have family. I left my family as still a teenager. I never had family again. Never. And never. No brothers, no sisters, no moms, no dads, no nobody. And I've had dogs, and they've been there for me. And they really, really helped me be more emotional, express my emotions, the way I bonded with them. And then my last one, my Chihuahua, years ago, she lived 14 years, and it took me about, it took me well into 5, 6 years, 7 years of her life to really emotionally connect with her. And I didn't realize it, and I wasted all that time. Dogs are amazing creatures. They're evolving faster and faster and faster. They're emotionally evolving because they're with us. And they're becoming amazing, amazing people. Tara again. Hi, Tara. Hi, David. I'd like to know what you think of platinum rule versus the golden rule. Here's a little bit about what I have found about it online. The various attributed platinum rule holds that we should do unto others as they would have us do unto them. We should do unto others as they would have us do unto them. The challenge of holding to the platinum rule begins with the realization that it is not the golden rule, which is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The golden rule is a good behavioral guide and one that shows up across the religious traditions. What is hateful to you? Do not do to your neighbor. In Confucianism, do not do unto others what you do not want done to yourself. Okay, so all this is too confusing. Sorry. It's just too much. And we don't tell people what to do, and who cares what people do, and all of it, do this and do that so that other people do this. No, we don't control people. We can set an example, sure. But treat people the way that best says who you are, period. I'm not going to treat you the way I want you to treat me. I'm not going to treat you the way that you want me to treat you. I'm going to treat you the best way that says who I am, and I'm going to be responsible for all my actions, period. And if there's something I do that I don't like, I'm not going to say it's because you did this, because that, you treat me this way, and I treated you this way, and then, no. I don't like how I treat people. That's wrong. I'm not going to treat people that way again. You want to treat me like crap, I'm walking away. That's simple. I'm out of here. The end of the relationship is over. I'm going to turn my back, turn around, not talk to you again. A stranger says something rude, I walk away, and I show respect and I show integrity. I have people that have been literally abusing me, harassing me, stalking me for over 5 years. The group is growing. I get attacked all the time, but I've stayed true to who I am. I don't attack them back. I stay respectful. I stay nice. I have integrity. I'm honest. And it will work. You will see very soon. It will work. And that's what we do. So just be you. Treat people that best says who you are. That's it. And we don't have to worry about how other people treat us. If we don't like it, we leave them alone and keep them out of our life. That's it. And then I take full accountability for everything I do, and I take responsibility for everything I need to do. That's it. And if somebody tells me they don't like how I treated them, that I hurt their feelings, I don't like that. I don't want to hurt people. So I introspect, I look at myself, I evaluate myself, and I say, could I have done that better? Yes, let's do it better next time. I mean, it's real simple, cut and dry. You'll have a lot of irresponsible people that won't do that. I did this because they did this to me. I'm doing this because they're a bad person. I'm doing this because of this. That's great. That's great. You're a piece of crap. And you have reasons for being a total piece of shit. That's great. That's great. I don't need reasons to be a piece of shit because I'm not a piece of shit ever. And you will not change me and you will not make me one. How's that? I hope that answered your question on what I think about all these rules. I don't need rules. Okay. Salema from France. Hi, Salema. What about stimulating the vagus nerve to lower stress? I found exercises on YouTube. I'm trying them. Exercises will lower stress anyway. How's that? So good. What about stimulating the vagus nerve to lower stress? Well, yeah, we know that stimulating the vagus nerve can lower stress. Stress affects our entire nervous system, all of it. Our sympathetic, what's it called? No, I can't remember. But it affects our nervous system. And, you know, when we talk about post-traumatic stress disorder, that word disorder, I think of it as our nervous system. Our nervous system is disordered and not working, not functioning properly. I've made many videos about this. If you guys want to know more, you can ask me questions about it. But doing exercises and stretching is incredible. It's so good for our bodies. Once we realize that the way we live our body is our biology, that our biography is our biology, and that everything affects our body, our emotions are our body in motion, doing things, and stretching and exercising, working out, not too hard, is just so good for us. It's so good for everything to flow naturally and better, and our nervous system to work properly. So keep doing it. Keep us filled in. Let us know what you're finding out, discovering, and learning about this. Thank you. I don't know how to say your name. Oyesen? Sorry if I got it wrong. Thanks, David. I'm currently 2 weeks post-breakup. Initiated by me. The narcissist called me last night on Facebook to show me the new supply. That was nice of them. I was hounded in the relationship to marry, to have a child, and experienced the cycle of love bombing, devalue, discard several times. They are still pestering me now. I will have to block on all social media. And that will only serve you well anyway. Screw social media. We don't have friends on social media, guys. Just so you know. The people that you comment with and comment together are not your friends. Okay? And the people on social media that you don't see and don't talk to aren't your friends. And the people that you see and talk to, but only rarely and only to do something, an activity, they're not your friends. Okay? Friends will meet your emotional needs. Friends care about how you feel, what you want, what you're thinking about. They check in with you. They want to know where you are, what you're doing, how you're feeling. Yeah. These sick people, I'm really sorry. Really sorry that this person's so sick. They want to rub in their new supply to you. Yeah, they want to show you the next big mistake they're making. They're proud of it. They want to show you the new victim. Say, hey, wouldn't you want to be this new victim? Look who filled your shoes. Look who I abuse and neglect now. Block them. We don't have the right to contact people that don't want to be contacted. That's called harassment. It's illegal, and you can file a police report and have the police stop them if you want to. You're worthy of it. That's what it's for. That's what police services are for, to protect you, to keep people from committing crime against you. And this is a crime. It doesn't matter if you know them. It doesn't matter if you don't want to talk to them anymore and you tell them that and they keep doing this to you. They're committing crime against you, and you can file a police report and press charges. I just want you to know that you can do that. You can have a lawyer write them a letter saying, no, never contact me again. It will only free you, help you heal and grieve faster and better, and make you feel worthy. Most people's reaction to this is, oh no, I don't want to make a big deal out of it. Oh no, the police aren't there. They won't like that. Oh, they won't believe me. Oh, then my ex will just think that I'm worried and this and that. Yeah, we need to protect ourselves. We need this out of our life, and you need them to not contact you anymore. So I hope blocking them on Facebook works. If it doesn't, you can take a legal approach, legal route, okay? Julie. Don't know where you're from, Julie. David, do you date, or because of past relationships have you chosen to stay single or alone like me? What do you think, Julie? Maybe if you didn't know already, maybe after this video you know. I don't isolate. I have friends and I date, and I've had some very good relationships I've had really good relationships for about 10 years, something like that. I haven't dated any toxic people. I haven't been friends with any toxic people. I have met extremely toxic people, and I did not get attached to them, and I cut them out of my life right away. They never really got too far into my life, and that's the way it works. There will be toxic people always. You're going to work with them. You might be friends with them and find out, and you cut them out of your life immediately, and it feels great. Feels wonderful. Not for them, but for us. And you chose to stay single, alone. It's not helping you. It's hurting you. So the worst things that we can do, if you guys want to know, here's the worst things we can do. Trying to recover and heal from c-ptsd, from broken, traumatic, abusive, neglectful relationships. The worst thing we can do, number one, is isolate. Number one, worst thing we could do. Lock myself in my room, not tell anybody, tell them, maybe let them know, but don't get help, don't talk about it, don't express it. Worst thing we can do. That's it. Not talk to people, not tell anybody, not let them know what's going on. Not go out and do things with friends and build relationships and make them stronger. No. Worst thing you could do. Am I doing it? Oh, hell no. No. I did it. I did it over 10 years ago, and I dove into work, and I ran a business 80, 90 hours a week. I'd go months without a day off. Work. And then I also drank alcohol. Probably the second worst thing you could do. The best way to get worse is to stay in your house, turn the lights off, and just get drunk and not talk to anybody. There you go. That's one way we can take over and keep punishing ourselves and making ourselves worse for the abuser that's not even in our life anymore. That's what you're doing, Julie. You're taking over for all the people who have neglected you, all the people who have abused you, and you said, that is exactly what I deserve, and I will continue to do it to myself. I don't need others to do it to me anymore. Good luck, Julie. You're going to need it. But there's a life out there waiting for you when you're ready. Take a chance. hire somebody, let them show you the way. But we're all capable of healing, and there's all kinds of information out there, and there's all kinds of support to get whatever you want. Okay? Rose from the United Kingdom. A question. Do you think they are aware, it seems to him, from my point of view, that it's a new argument or situation because over 8 years I've seen the cycle go around a lot. So it doesn't surprise me. Does he know that? So none of his moods are taken as genuine now. Good mood, bad mood, all the same. He never feels relaxed to me. Anyway, even on a day out as in a few hours out, everything has something wrong. Beautiful day, but it's a bit chilly. Not quite sure what you're saying, Rose. I guess you're asking me, is he aware? This is what I wrote to Rose. Hi, Rose. Please give me more examples of awareness. It's a broad term and can be used for many things. He is not aware of who he is. He is not aware of how he really feels about his environment. He is not aware of how bad his behavior can look. And he is not aware of how his behavior affects you because he lacks empathy. Awareness is a spectrum which he is very low on. I hope that answers your question. We've got emotional awareness of how I feel. We've got self-awareness of who I am. We've got mindfulness, which is awareness of what I'm doing. We've got awareness of how I look in public, shame, things like this. There's all kinds of awareness. He lacks all of it. Because to have awareness, I have to know who I am, accept who I am, and love myself. If I don't want to be aware of it. I don't want to be aware that I'm a piece of crap, that I hate myself, that I'm no good, that I feel bad, that I'm depressed, that I'm anxious. I don't want to be aware of that. So I'll distract myself with drugs, with alcohol, with punishing other people, with hurting others. Hope that makes sense, Rose. I hope I understood your question. If not, please let me know. And anybody, if I don't understand your question, please ask me again. Tell me. If you don't understand my answer, please ask me again and tell me. Okay? There's no such thing as bad questions, guys. No such thing as bad questions. There's only bad answers. And I'll try to be good at my answers, okay? You can repeat questions. That's very good. Most of us need to keep hearing this stuff over and over again until it gets in here. That's it, guys. That's all the questions. Thank you very much. Love yourself first. Anybody that wants coaching, you can find me at daviddemars.com. Please sign and share the Stop Narcissistic Bullying online petition. That's right down below. You'll see it. It's global. Sign it. Share it with someone else. Thank you. Let's stop this stuff. Love yourself first, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.